Okay, sorry, just now I forgot to record. So right now I already started recording. So let's say after the train, you need to request the recording video, then you can find us lah. We'll send out the recording video link to you. Okay. So now let us continue. Okay, so after we done the company profile, we go proceed to the next step. Okay, the next step is the maintain employee. Okay, you can click the maintain employee here, or you can go to human resources, maintain employee. Okay, so the most thing in the payroll is we need to key in our staff information to our system. Okay, so here is the place we key in their information. Okay, so if you first time use the SQL payroll software, here will show out the here will be blank lah, no any staff, no any list. Okay, so you if you want to create a new employee, you need to you need to click this new. Okay, so this is the employee code. This is auto generated like from 00001. Okay, let's say if you want to key in your own code, you can just key in it manually. Okay, so this is the job title, which means the job position. Okay, this manager and travel is actually it's related to our another application called HRMS application. This application is Human Resource Management System. Okay, which you for the uh this application is used to like to clock in, clock out. Okay, to leave management, to submit a claim, to see your payslip, anything lah. Okay, so maybe if you're like maybe if this staff is manager, maybe you can tick as a manager for your reference too. Okay. If you don't tick anything, it won't affect anything unless you got use the HMS application. Okay. So this is active, okay, which means if the employee is still working with you, then you just tick this active. Let's say one day if he already resigned, then we need to inactive. Okay. If you don't inactive, okay, when you run the payroll, it still will run this resign employee is it. Okay, now we go to see the personal. Okay, person needs some information of the employee, which means the employee profile. Okay, so this is the gender, male, female, date of birth. Okay, this one you must key in. Okay, this is important. Okay, why is important? Because this date of birth uh will affect like the EPF rate or everything lah. Okay, for example, if an employee he's already over 60 years old, okay? We know that if over 60 years, you don't need to contribute the EPF, but your employee need to contribute like a 4%. Okay. So if you key in the date of birth and the system after the system detect that all these employee was already over 60 years old. So it will automatically follow the labor law, okay, follow the 60-year-old rate to run the basic to calculate the EPF. Okay. So make sure the date of birth you key in must be correct. Okay. So this is the address. Okay, just a info lah. Okay, country, postcode, city, state, email address, IC, and password. Okay, IC, uh, the information like IC, passport is also quite important. Okay, let's say if you got use the payroll system, okay, you want to export out the text file to submit to the EPF, PCB, or anything, then make sure all these IC, all the information you must key in the system. Okay. If you feel like, oh, you don't want to use this feature, you just want to run the payslip, okay, you want to let the payroll to calculate the EPF amount, everything, then you go to transfer it manually, then it's fine, okay? But if let's say you want to use all the feature I say just now, then you must key in, okay? So the next one is the grouping. Okay, grouping you can see we got branch, group, department. Okay, so let's say if your company have like 100 to 100 employee, but you got separate the department, right? And you want to do the grouping. Okay, then you can do the grouping here. Okay, for example, the department. Okay, right now here got one department. If you want to create a new department, you just click the new. Okay, then you just key in the code and distribution. Okay, for example, HR. Okay, HR department. Then I click save. Okay, then now you can see one department is created. Okay, this is a fast way to create the department. Okay, and you can The other way, you can go to human resources. Okay, in human resources, you can see there got a maintain branch, maintain department, group, category, project, everything lah. Okay, everything related to the grouping. Okay, you can also go through here. Okay, same. Okay, create the new department here. Okay, click the new and create the department and save it. So, okay. Then after we create the department, then we can assign the department to this employee. Okay, for example, this employee test lah. Okay, so okay, same with the others. If you want to separate out the group, branch, category, everything, you can go to create first and assign it to this employee. Okay, then this is the nationality. Okay, then the race. Okay, same the race here is only one default race. Okay, if you want to create a new race, then you just click new, and you key in maybe Chinese. You save it. Okay, then we can assign the race. Okay, this is the result already got some in our system. Okay, then the project job everything lah. Okay, so here is just a grouping. Okay, let's say if you feel like, oh, you just got 10 or 20 employees like this, or you don't want to do any grouping on them, then you just leave it default. Okay, won't affect anything. Okay, the grouping is just convenient to you to run the like the a report, the summary report. Okay, so you can see this department report, the another department report like this only. Okay, so if you just want to put default, it defines. Okay, depends on you. Then the next one is the family. Okay, so normally the family here you can even though the family here is showing the like the spouse name address lah. Okay, but you can key in the maybe you can treat like the emergency contact lah. Okay, so you key in the emergency contact. So if let's say this employee got any issue, any incident, then any incident occur, then you can just contact their family. Okay, so just key in the name, address, spouse name, and thing lah. Okay. So the next one is the payroll info. Okay, so the payroll info is I can see the core is the main thing on this payroll system lah. Okay, everything like the salaries, everything we will key in at here. Okay, so first we will go to see the wages side. Okay, in here you can see got one default wages. Okay, we can go to payroll maintenance, maintain wages to look at this. Okay, this is the default wages. Double click inside, we can see actually this is nothing but below this got one called contribution, and you can see you got EPF, also PCB, everything. It is tick. Okay, let's say if the default wages and the EPF also is tick, which means these wages is used to contribute the EPF, also PCB, EIS, everything lah. Okay, so let's say if you got foreign worker, okay, foreign worker, we know that right now, maybe in future they need to contribute the EPF, but right now still not, right? Okay, so if like this, which means in payroll system, when I run this foreign worker payslip, I don't want their salaries to contribute the EPF. So in this situation, you need to create a new wages type. Okay, maybe this new wages code, I just put WF foreign worker. Okay, this year I can put more longer. Yeah. Okay. So like the foreign worker don't need to contribute the EPF. Okay, then we just tick. Okay. HRTF no, then we can tick. Okay. Uh what you don't want to contribute, then you just do untick. Okay. Okay. Then so I tick, I save it. Okay. I save it. Then I close it. And now I come to this wages type, can choose the foreign worker. Okay, if I choose the foreign worker, which means the salary I key in here and I run at the month end will now contribute the EPF. Okay, so let's say if you got another situation and you just create a new wages type, and what the type no one to contribute what, you just untick, you save, you come here, maintain employee here, the payroll info, and assign this wages type to the employee. Okay, so the next one is the wages. Okay, for example, the wages is 2,000 ringgit lah. Okay, then this is the bonus wages. Okay, what is the bonus wages? Like you can see, there are two types. One is based on the employee wages, and other one is based on the employee wages and allowance. Which means like when you want to key in the bonus for for this employee, Okay, then it will based on the wages or either the wages or allowance to come off the amount for you. Okay, the amount still can be amended. Okay, this still depends on you guys. Okay, so the next one is the contribution. Okay, contribution here same got one default contribution. We can go to payroll, maintenance, maintain contribution. Okay, you can see here got one contribution. Okay, inside contribution, first one you can see here got one employee EPF rate. Okay, so and here you can see the default setting, the employee EPF rate is A. What is A? A stands for auto, okay? Auto EPF rate, which means auto we will follow the labor laws, okay? Which means whoever the employee, the wages is below 5,000, then the employee portion will be 13%, and the employee portion will be 11%. If the if their salary is more than 5,000, okay, then the rate will be 12%. Okay, so this is already automatically follow the labor law. Okay, so let's say if you got new, maybe you say you want to contribute 19% for these employees. Okay, in this situation, you can create a new contribution. Okay, maybe code you can put one EPF 90%. Okay, EPF 90%. Okay, and you want to contribute 90% in employer portion, and you just key in 19% at the employer portion. Okay, then you just save it. You go to the employee, assign the contribution to this employee. Okay, so after you assign the contribution for employee, when at the month end you run the payroll, okay, this you will contribute 90% EPF for this employee. Okay, because we already set the rate and we also assign to this employee. So the next thing we can see is the employee social and EIS borne by employer. Okay, let's say the social EIS is borne by the employer. Okay, then you just tick it. Okay, I think this one is very now. Okay, so here is the claim social relief and I think the tax relief lah. Okay, we know that the social and then the tax relief is like I think around 300 everything. If you normally if like the employee is need to contribute the PCB, okay, uh, I think actually mostly they will actually most all the employee got this tax relief lah. Just you want to claim it early or you want to let the system to calculate automatically. Okay, mostly it's end of the month, end of the year already. So maybe some employee they want to claim early like at the start of the year. Okay, then you can tick this. Okay, then you need to provide the TP1 form for your employee to sign. Okay, so they only can claim this tax relief. Okay. So below here is the OT calculation. Okay. So we know that, okay. Okay, I believe more companies still got the OT calculation, right? Okay. So let's say if so mostly the OT calculation is using the wages. Okay, we divide by the month, divide by the day, okay, 26, and divide by the hours, okay, 7.5 or 8 hours. Okay, let's say your OT calculation is based on the 26 day and also 8 hours, then the hours you need to key in 8. Okay, if you are 9 hours a day or a day, you just key in here. Okay, so let's say for example now I key in the 26 day and 8 hours, which means my OT calculation for 1 hour the rate is like use the wages maybe 2,000 divided by 26 and also divide by 8. Okay, so which means 1 hour is amount is around let me see okay, maybe 1 hour the OT rate is 9 ringgit. Okay, around 10 ringgit lah. Okay, so the OT rate is the OT pay rate is keyed at here. Okay, the OT wages is based on this setting. Okay. So the next one we can see here got one more. Okay, more we got bonus, director, pay leave, and unpaid leave. Okay, so what is this mean? It's just same like the wages type just now. Okay, So let's say this employee, the bonus, okay, here all is the default setting. All the default setting, we follow the labor laws one. Okay. So for example, this bonus, we need to contribute EPF and PCB, but we don't need to contribute so everything. Okay. And and so the paid leave, we need to also contribute the EPS, so everything lah. Okay. So let's say one day you say, oh, uh, this bonus I don't want to contribute EPF, then I just untick it and save it, then assign this contribution to the employee. So which means the employee, the bonus is now contribute the EPF. Okay. But one more thing, just let you know, our default setting all is follow the labor law only. Okay. So any setting you edit yourself, okay, you need to uh, try to follow the label lah, okay? Don't to manually edit yourself, okay? Just in case, let's say really this bonus no want to contribute EPF or any BCB, then only you do it, okay? Then, sorry, let me continue to the payroll info here. Okay, just now we just now we talk about the contribution. Next, we talk about the frequency. Okay, what is the frequency? Okay, I think it is very whether the company use this frequency, okay? Because this frequency is like okay, normally like we run the payslip, the payroll is once a month, right? Okay. So if some company they got run their payslip if half of the month, okay, which means one month they will run two time payroll, and they can set it by using this frequency, half month payroll. Okay, which means they will run their payroll twice in a month. Okay, maybe uh, for example, 1st of May until 15th of May, and the another is 16th of May until the end of the month lah. Okay, but this depends on your company. Let's say if your company just run the basic just run the month end payroll, which means once a month, then you just leave it default. Okay, then this frequency later I will show you how to run the payment half and how to run a half month payroll. Okay. So next is the payment method. Okay. What is the payment method? The payment method is the way you pay for the employee. Okay. Which means like you use what bank to pay out the salaries. Okay. So you can go to payroll. You can go to like sorry payroll maintenance, maintain payment method. Okay. Maintain payment method. Now I double click it. Okay. So actually, you can create your payment method here. Okay, what is the most important thing is, maybe for example, let's say if I pay by Maybank, right? Okay, maybe Maybank. Okay, bank here I need to select Maybank. Okay, here got a list of bank. Okay, you can select here Maybank. Then the bank account number. Okay, and also your bank account number, and also the payment type. Mostly the payment type is direct transfer. Okay. So the most important thing is the bank account number, and also the payment type. Okay, the other like the branch, address, contact person is just a reference. If you leave it blank, it fines. Okay, so what the payment method used for? Okay, okay, the payment is used for like for example, right now your company is using the Maybank, okay, to transfer the salary to your staff, right? Okay, so in payroll system, after you run the month-end payroll, okay, maybe everything after you check is okay, you can export out the text file, and this text file can submit to bank. Okay, so bank will follow this text file with me already the list of the your employee and also the amount, and help you to transfer this salaries to your employees. Okay, I think most company got use these features. Okay, they will export out that file and submit to the bank. The bank will process the payroll. Okay, but this one you need to like go to the bank. You need to subscribe this thing like you need to deal with the bank. Okay, every bank have different format. So that's why at the payment method here we need to select the bank correctly. Okay, so below the payment method we got bank and also bank account number. This bank and bank account number is the employee bank account number. Okay. Payment method is from your side, your company, but the bank and the bank account number is the employer ones, the employee one. Okay. So you need to key the staff bank, okay, for example, Afin Bank, and also their bank account number. Okay. So the next one you can see here is self-developed tax resident. Okay. If your staff is local, then mostly it's a tax resident. Okay. Then if self-developed, you need to think. If no, then just leave it. I think. Okay. Then here is the EPF number. Okay, the employee EPF number you must key in. Okay, NK explanation is nothing. What is the old version things? Okay, they don't remove it. Then we just leave blank. Okay, then you need to also key in the social number. Okay, right now social number is also their IC number lah. So you just key in here. Then SOXO type here got first category, second category, and no SOXO. Okay, what is first and second category? Okay, so first category is mostly like us lah, the local worker, we need to contribute the SOXO everything. So the second category is actually previously, uh, we know that actually previously like the foreign worker don't need to contribute this SOXO. Okay, uh, the foreign worker need to contribute this, so it just start at last year only. So previously no need to contribute any social. Okay. So if let's say the worker no need to contribute any social, then only we choose the second category. Okay. Actually it is same like the no social or like the okay. So let's say right now we say like if the employee is already over 60 years old. Okay. We know that's over 60 and we no need to contribute the social too. Okay. In this case, you can just leave it first category. Also, system will automatically detect the age. Okay, the employee age. We mean if the employee age is already at 60 years old, then you will automatically no contributing so when you run the month-end payroll. Okay, so that's why I say just now, make sure the personal here, the date of birth, you must key in correctly. Okay, so this is a yes, type yes or no. Okay, then here is a text branch and text number. Okay, maybe that's why you don't need to key in is a reference, but you need to key in the text number, which means the employee income tax number, AG number lah, we say. Okay, this tax number will affect at the PCB submission. Okay, maybe you after you run same like actually same like the EPS also everything. Okay, after you run the basic, okay, if more of the employee need to contribute the PCB, okay, then you can export out this the PCB you can export out text file, okay, and you go to the my tag website, the ePCB plus everything, you submit that this text file, okay, inside the text file already got the list, okay, the amount of PCB you need to pay, and you just upload this text file. Once the text file is valid, then you just continue to the payment. So so this is quite confident if you use these ways, okay, because you got use the system, so you can export out this text file and submit to the my text set. Let's say if you don't use the system, then you which means you need to like go to the ePCB, e-database plus get this. You need to key in your employee profile first. Key in your employee profile at the my tech website first, then only you key in the amount manually one by one. Only you continue payment. Okay. So the next one is the married status lah. Okay, single, married, divorce, or widow. Okay, then your spouse is working or spouse is disabled. Okay, make sure all the info you key is correctly lah. Okay, because the information will affect the tax category. Okay, this will tax category is will calculate how many tax relief this staff can get. Okay, so this is a tax category. Below the tax category, you can see here got one override tax category. Okay. So actually what I say the tax category will based on all the information you key in here, okay, to detect which category you are. Okay. Let's say maybe some company they say like, oh, I already know this employee is what tax category. I don't want to key all the information. I just come to select this category. It's okay, it's fine. You can still select yourself. Okay. If if there is anything wrong and you get any compound, uh then you cannot say anything lah, because this definitely is you select yourself only. Okay, if you don't follow the system, key in all the information. Okay, so that's why you can see if you click this over test category, you can see it show yellow highlighted. Yellow highlighted, which means you edit yourself manually instead of let the system to detect for you. Okay. Okay. The next one is the EH number and tabung haji number. Okay, let's say the employee got this number, you can just key in lah if we want to pay for the zakat or tabung haji, anything like this. Okay, if no, then you just give it blank. Okay, so the next one is the join date, confirm date, resign date. Okay, so this join date is also important. Okay, you make sure you key in the join date correctly. So what is the purpose of this join date? Okay, so actually this join date is used to calculate the leave entitlement of each employee lah. Okay, maybe for example the first, maybe for example this is the first year of this employee join. Maybe he joined at today. Okay, 23 May 2025. Okay, then we will base on this join date to calculate this year leave entitlement for this employee. Okay, maybe every 1 year he can get 8 days. Okay, and he just join half of the month, maybe get a 4 days or 4.7 something. Okay, we follow the prorated to calculate the leave entitlement for this staff. Okay, so the same thing is the resign date. Okay, let's say the staff is already confirmed, is already resigned in which day, then you just gain the date. Okay, for example, if the staff is already resigned and really right now you see his join date is 2014, right, and already resigned at this month and the 30, okay, then you just key in the resign date here. Okay, so system will based on the resign date to calculate the payroll for him, because you can see the resign date at 30 is not it's not considered as a full day. Okay, so which means system will calculate the base payroll for this employee. The salary is based on 1 until 30 only. Okay, it's not a full month. Okay, and one more thing, after you key in this resign date, okay, even you don't inactive this stuff. Okay, when you run the when you run the June month end payroll, it will not come out with this employee salary only. Okay, because it already resigned at May. Okay, so the next one we will see is the allowance. Okay, allowance here. Okay, one more thing. Allowance here, the allowance you key in at here is the fixed allowance. Okay, which means the allowance the employee will get every month. Okay, so remember maybe the petrol, handphone, meal, everything lah. Okay, let's say is the allowance is not fixed what. Okay, maybe because this month the attendance allowance he come every day, don't take any sick leave or anything, then only this month you provide this allowance. Okay, which means if the allowance is not fixed, you don't need to key in here. Okay, if you key in here, which means every month you run the payroll, it will come out with this allowance you key in and also the amount too. Okay, if the allowance is not fixed, we don't key in here, we key at another place. Okay, I will show it later. Okay, so the next one is the deduction. Okay, deduction same as the allowance. Okay, this is the fixed deduction. Okay, for example, if you got any deduction like maybe accommodation you provide to the staff, you will deduct from the salaries every month, then you can key in here. PTPN or I think you can key in here for the fixed deduction, which means we'll deduct every month. Okay. If it is not fixed deduction, then you don't need to key in anything. Okay. Then this one is a claim limit. Okay. Claim limit. Okay. For example, for this claim, the employee can claim yearly limit or the monthly limit, which means maybe yearly is 100. Maybe yearly limit is we say 1 year lah, okay, 1,200, which means the money maybe 1 month is only 100. So you can create the claim here and key in the amount here. Okay. So actually, one more thing. Okay, you can still got allowance deduction and claim limit, right? So where we want to create this allowance deduction or the claim, okay, we can go to payroll, maintenance, maintain. You can see here got like other than just now the maintain wages frequency contribution, we also got allowance deduction or declare everything lah. Okay, for example, right now I want to create an allowance, I can go to maintain allowance here. Okay, okay, so I can create a new one. Okay, maybe this one is called travel. Okay, travel allowance. Okay, so this is the allowance type. Just put in general. Okay, the rate we can implement. So then this is the tax exempted. Okay, we know that okay, some allowance can use we got tax exempted lah, some allowance, for example, the petrol, the phone, or everything. Okay, If this allowance is got any tax exempted, then you can select here. Okay. For example, the petrol, okay, max value to 6,000 ringgit. Okay. So same below here is the contribution, which means this allowance have to contribute EPF, so PCP everything. Okay. If let's say maybe you say this is the attendant allowance, okay, the additional reward for your staff, you don't want to contribute EPF, then you just untick. Okay. No want to contribute untick, no want to contribute so we untick. Yes, no one tick. Okay. Then we save it. Which means right now this allowance will not contribute EPF so yeah, but will contribute PCP because we got tick it. Okay. So after I go out, you can see this is the allowance that I create just now. Okay. So same for the maintenance deduction here. Okay. If you want to create a new deduction, you can create here. Okay. Under general deduction type, you can see here got zakat tabung haji PTPTN. Okay. So let's say your staff want to deduct from the zakat or tabung haji or PTPTN, the deduction type you can select at here. Okay. You can create a code PTPN, distribution PTPTN, and also select the deduction type. Okay. Then you can set at the maintain employee here every month you need to deduct for how many amount lah, the amount that you need to deduct. Okay. Then after create we just click save as well. Okay. So same as the claim limit too. Okay, we can go to maintain claim. Okay, create new. You can create the claim. Okay, we will call claim. Okay, here we can set the limit. Okay, maybe 1 year is 1,200 again, and every month you only can claim up to 100 again only. Then you just save it lah. Okay. So even though like let's say what the features of this monthly and yearly limit. Okay. So let's say if I key in the monthly is 100 like ringgit, and right now the employee want to claim over this 100 ringgit. Okay. If you want to claim over this 100 ringgit, actually it will come out a message to tell you that, oh, this claim limit already exceed. Okay, whether you want to continue to proceed or you want to reject. Okay, so even though you set the limit that you still can continue to proceed. Okay, it will just come out a error message to tell you this guy's claim is already exceed the limit that you set. Okay, so the next is the tax benefit. So tax benefit is what we say is the benefit in kind between the BIK. Okay. Let's say you got provide any benefit for your staff, for example, the car, okay, or maybe the accommodation. Okay. This that and this is also considered as a benefit, but it's not cash, but it's actually the benefit your staff is using. So which means you also need to contribute the BCB or anything. So you need to key in here. Okay. So maybe you can calculate out the amount here. Maybe let's say it's 1 year is 10,000, then you divide it by 12, then you key in the amount. Okay, the 1 month amount here. Okay. So after the let's say you can see here got one note. Okay. Note is let's say if you got any reference you want to any note you want to key in for this employee, you can key in here lah, just for your reference. Okay. And beside here got photo, you can right click and load to upload the photo here. Okay. So the next thing is more, okay? At more, you can see here got classification, retirement date, and also the contract expiry date. Okay, this retirement date will based on the date of birth. We will calculate and maybe mostly the 60 years old did the retirement date lah. So we will based on the date to automatically generate the retirement date for this stuff. Okay, so actually, what is the function of this at the mall here, which means the classification retirement and contract expiry date? Actually, it's just reflect on the CPA default. Okay, it's only affect reflect for the CPA default. Okay, so let's say you got contract worker, you can see the contract expiry date here. Okay, when you print out the CPA default, it will show out there lah. Okay, so here is the history. What is the history? The history mean like where, for example, if you got make any changes of the salary or anything, when you click save, okay, you see you got come out a change history dialog box. Okay, then I click OK. Right now I change this stuff salary from 3,000 to 3,500. Okay, now I can go to history to see the record. Okay, which means is history you can show how the record like what you have made the changes. the important changes like you change the salary and thing you can see at here. Okay, which means in future you can track back or anything. Then beside the history, we got child. Okay. So what is the child? Let's say if the employee got, I mean the employee got kid, right? So you must key in at the system also. Okay. So if got the employee got kid, they actually can get a tax relief for 2,000 again if the child is I think the child is below 18 years old. Okay. If the child is over 18 years old, maybe still continue their education and diploma and degree, then they can get a tax relief up to 8,000. Okay, so here child name is not important. Okay, but you can key in also for your reference. Okay, date of birth you must key in also. Okay, so we will use date of birth to detect the age of the child. Okay, so here got one tax code. Okay, tax code you can see here got few tax code. Okay, for example, child under the age of 18 years old, below 18 years old, then the deduction is one. Okay, you can see one more. The child if 18 years old and receive a full-time diploma or degree level, the deduction is four. Okay, what it means is four. Okay, for example, like just now I say the child is under 18 years old, so this staff can get a additional tax relief 2,000 ringgit, right? So let's say uh, if his child is 18 years old and above and also continue the education like diploma or degree, then he will get a total deduction 8,000, which means 4 multiplied by 2,000 is equal to 8,000. Okay, so we use this amount to calculate the tax. This system is use this amount to calculate how the tax relief of the employer, like how many uh what amount he can get. Okay, for this tax exempted. Okay, so make sure the tax code you choose here must be correct lah. Okay. And here you got one this eligible rate. Okay. Eligible rate we got 100%, 50%, and 0%. Okay. So this child, okay, so if for example this employee got child, which means he is also married, right? So if he is married, then you need to make sure whether his spouse is working or not. Okay. Let's say his spouse is also working, then you need to confirm with your staff, okay, whether because we say that we got child, then we can get the tax exempted, right? So let's say both are working, then you once we need to make sure that one side who can get the tax exempted amount. Okay, for example, maybe they need to discuss with the spouse. Okay, for example, he can get a tax. Sorry, maybe this staff, the spouse is also working. Okay, then you need to check whether he can get this tax exempted or his spouse only get this exempted. Okay, so only one side can get a 100%. Okay, which means can get the tax, cannot two side 100%. Okay, we cannot get the tax exempted at both sides. Okay, so what is the 50%? The 50% is only available if they already divorced already. Okay, which means one side can get 50%, the other side can get a 50% tax exempted. Okay, so the gyro adjustment is nothing much. Okay, we just ignore it. So after we key in all the information, we just save it. Okay, then so that's all for this maintain employee, which means all the employee profile. Okay, so is there anything you want to ask about this maintain employee? Maybe you're not clear anything you want to ask. Now then I will continue to the next step. Yeah, I will show you how to run the payroll, uh how to apply leave, how to calculate the leave and everything lah. Okay. So the next step we will go to see is the leave. Okay, we will talk about the leave first. Okay. First thing we need to do is the leave entitlement processor. Okay. Why the leave entitlement is used to calculate the leave the employee leave entitlement on in this year. Okay. Before we go to the leave entitlement processor, we can go to the maintain leave group to have a look first. Okay. So at here you can see here got one default leave group. Okay. We go inside, we can see under the default leave group, we got few leave type. Okay. So the leave type we can see at here, maintain leave type. Okay. We got leave group and leave type. Okay. Okay, and here you can see actually default we only got annual leave, unpaid leave, MC and type. We only got four leave type. Okay, let's say you got other leave, you got the leave other from these four type, then you need to manually create yourself lah. Okay. For example, let's say you want to create a maternity leave. Okay, which means you need to create a new one. Okay, for ML. Maternity leave. Okay, this maternity is later. Okay, then you just tick and title. If it's paid, then you tick and paid. Okay, then we save it. Okay, which means right now I already create a maternity leave. Okay, maybe the caption you can go to ML. The caption will show I the leave application day. I will show you later. Okay, so after I create a leave type, I can see actually in the leave group here, at here don't have any maternity I create because I only created the type, but I need so I create the type, actually, I need to assign this leave type to the group. Okay. Because actually not all your staff will get this maternity leave. Okay. I believe only female staff will get the maternity leave. So that's why we got separate out this group. Okay. Which means actually we can create multiple group. For example, this group is actually for male staff. Okay. Then if I can create another called female. Okay. Female. And underneath female, I need to assign the leave type for them like AL, MC, maternity leave, unpaid leave. Then I save it. Okay. One more thing, I go back to the maintain employee there. Okay. Maintain employee under the grouping, you can see here got one leave group. Okay. If the if let's say the employee is female, then here you can select the female group. Okay. Which means they will got added one additional leave. Then the male staff is the maternity leave. Okay. So make sure here we assign the leave group here, and under the leave group here, we assign the leave type for this group. Okay, for example, this female group. Okay, so at AL here, we can see here got one entitlement. Okay, this entitlement is used to calculate the leave entitlement for each year. Okay, if follow the labor law, if we follow the labor law, okay, the annual leave should be like 0 or 2 years is 8 days. Okay. 3 to 4 years is 12. And 2 to 4 years is 12. Okay. And if work more than 5 years, then will be 16 days. Okay. So we can set this entitlement policy at here. So maybe let's say your company leave entitlement policy is different with the laborer. Maybe you provide more AL to your staff, then you can do the setting here. Okay. Maybe for example, 0 to 2 years is 8 days. Okay. 2 to 4 years is a 16 day, then you can keep the 16 here. Then whoever work more than 5 years will get a 20-day annual leave. Okay. You can set your leave entitlement policy here. Then you just click OK. Okay. Same with the MC. Okay. MC follow the labor law. The below 2 years is 14 days. Okay, 2 to 4 years is 18 days, and more than 5 years is 22 days. Okay. Here we just follow. If let's say you really want to change the policy, then you can change it here. Okay. So the umbrella is unpaid, so we don't have any internal policy in here. Okay. So once you done all this setting, you just save it. Okay. You just save it. Okay. So this is the leave type and group. After you save it, then we go to the leave entitlement processor. Okay. Leave entitlement processor. So for example, here I go to process and open. Okay, let me clear this off first. Okay, actually when you use the payroll system, okay, every start of the year, you need to do one time this leave entitlement. Okay. So for example, maybe at the start of the year, okay, you can see the leave entitlement at here is 0 1. Okay, it's 0. So if it's 0, then you need to come to the leave entitlement percent, you need process, then you need to override. Okay. After the override, system will based on their join date to calculate their join date to calculate all the leave entitlement for this employee. Okay. Which means they will detect by the join date if they already work more than 5 years, then I provide it 20 annual leave. Okay. The entitlement, 20 days entitlement. Okay. For example, this guy have 8.2. Why is 8.2? Because just now I think I got changed the joint date already. Okay. You can see the joint date. We got set the resign date for him. Okay. We got set the resign date for this employee. So which means system will based on the working, uh, how many working days in this month for this employee to calculate the parental leave entitlement for him. Okay. It will detect like he will work only from July until May. So which means the leave for this year will be only 8 days only. Okay. Because he not even to work full years, right? Okay. So this is all like how you create a leave type. Okay, you assign to a group and you go to leave and 10% to override. Okay, let the system to calculate the how many days the leave they can take in this year. Okay. So after the all setting we have done, we can go to see how to apply the leave for them. Okay. For example, we go to leave application. Okay. So we can see this here leave application. Okay. Beside here got all the staff name. Okay. For example, if right now this staff want to apply leave, okay, we just double click it. Okay. At here I can click the plus button. Okay. Here is the date. Okay. What day you want to apply the leave? Okay. What leave you want to take? The leave type. This description you can still can be changed. Okay. Maybe you don't want to put annual leave, you want to put the reason why you take the leave. You can key in here. Okay. Maybe it's called an emergency leave. Okay. Then this is how many days you want to take. Okay. Normally it's just 1 day because the we assign the date. Okay, one by one. Okay. That's why we here we put the 1 day. Okay. Other than the way you create a plus button, you assign the leave here. You can see here got few button you can click. Okay. C stand for cancel. Which is right now I already assign a leave for today. Okay, 23 May. I click here. You can see it already cancel for me. Okay. AL stand for annual leave lah. Okay, and I click on annual leave, I can just click on the calendar here to assign the leave for this start. Okay, for example, I just click here, you see, that will come out correctly, like what I click at the calendar here. Okay, so this is quite convenient. Okay, okay, let's say if maybe, okay, let's say if actually 1 year we can 20 days of leave. Okay, but actually maybe 1 month we only can, because we also got month to day leave, right? Which means 1 month we only, maybe at January we only can get like 20 divided by 12. Okay, maybe 1 or 2 day leave only. Okay, so if let's say the system is detect in this month you already exceed your limit, then will come out with this message to ask you whether you want to allow this staff to take the leave, or you want to reject, or you want to transfer to the unpaid leave lah. Okay, if you allow, then you just click allow. If you don't want, then you just click not allow. Okay, or you want, it's okay to transfer to unpaid leave, then you just click transfer to unpaid leave, and you see you automatically refer to the unpaid leave. Okay, so after you apply all the leave, then you just save it. Okay, so below here you can see the entitlement is 20 days, already taken 3 days, and it's still got a balance 70 days. Okay, so this is the leave application lah. Okay. So guys, have any question about this leave application? Okay, if don't have any question, then I will proceed to how to run the payroll. Okay, how to run the basic. Okay, if you got any question, you can leave your message, sir. I mean, after we end the training, I will have a look and will answer one by one. Okay, so now we already done the human resources. Okay, company profile this. Okay, now we go to the payroll. Okay, so before we go to see how to run a payroll, we can go to have a look on the this open pending payroll first. Okay, what is open pending payroll? Okay, just like as the name say, it is a pending one, which means like for example, we know that we only run once a month the payroll, which means at the month end. Okay, at the end of the month. Okay, so so normally when you run the payroll, let's say if you cause your maybe your staff every day got OT. Okay, of course you want to key in OT first instead you want to key in after you run the payroll, right? Okay, so if let's say you want to key in the OT maybe at the half of the month or day at the mid of the month, okay, you can come to the this pending payroll. Okay, maybe you see here got like allowance and one pay wages. I think you can find OT. Okay, put the OT. Okay, and here we can just key in all the stuff OT first before we run the month end. Okay, for example, this today, okay, this employee got do a OT. Okay, maybe okay, before we go to see this OT, and let me show you one more thing. Okay, we go to payroll, maintenance, maintain OT. Okay, like before we want to create like we want to key in every OT allowance, we make sure uh create we create those OT or allowance type at the payroll maintenance day first. Okay. For example, this payroll OT, okay, default setting we already got like the rest day, public holiday, working day, rest day, everything lah. Okay. D stand for daily. H stand for hourly. Okay. We can double click inside. We can see here got my unit type. It shows daily or hourly. Okay. If this OT code is daily, then you just click daily lah, between days. Okay. If it by hours, which means hourly, then you select hourly. Okay. What is the difference is daily and hourly? Okay. If this overtime, this OT code using daily, which means the pay rate will follow the wages divided by 26. Okay. 26 day. Okay. To create one day, how much what is the pay amount for this stuff? Okay. If it's hourly, then it will divided by 26 and 8, what we set just now at the contribution there to calculate, which means the 1 hour is how many, what is the pay amount for him. Okay. So which so when you create a OT can make sure you need to select correct the daily or hourly. Okay, for the unit type. And this is the rate. Okay. Maybe for the rest day, you only can get the normal rate lah, with one only. Okay, no extra rate. Okay. If for example if it's work at the public holiday, then you will get multiply. Okay, you will get the rate three. Okay, or maybe two only double for the OT based on the wages. Okay. Okay, so after let's say you so this actually this OT default is already in our system. Okay, so let's say you want to create your own OT code, you want to set the rate by yourself, everything you can create it here new. Okay, put the code. Okay, the rate. Okay, maybe if the rate is double, then you click two. Okay, unit type daily or hours. Okay, maybe dailies. Then the pay rate is like based on the pay rate is based on the setting and the contribution there. Okay, the wages divided by 26 days or with hour, then divide by 26 and divide by 8. If let's say if you got any pay rate, which means you all got a fixed rate, which means 1 hour you want to pay 10 ringgit only. Okay, so this is additional setting. You can contact us to do the setting for you. Okay, else it will automatically follow the system setting. Okay, divide wages divide by the 26 and divide by the 8. Okay, so after we maintain our OT, we can come to here to key in all the OT. Okay, for example, this staff, okay, today got to the OT. Okay, working day. Work unit how many hours? Okay, if the unit type is hourly, then we key in the work unit here how many hours. If the unit type is daily, then we key in and the unit date is how many days. Okay, so you need to understand this. General route this is hourly. Okay, you made it work 2 hours. Okay, okay, you can see beside the translate got this the basically inside the button got few hidden column we can call out. Okay. Right now I will call out one column, one field called time in minute. Okay. So and here you can see this 2H, which is 2 hours. Which I key in the work unit 2 and will come out at 2 hours. Okay. So maybe in here you got 100 staff, all 100 staff you got OT, then you just key in it one by one here lah. Okay, maybe the 5 hours. Okay, after you key in all the OT, then you just save it. Okay, then right here, if I see I refresh, right click, refresh, I can see here got OT got 2 transactions already. Okay, this is a pending lah. Okay, this OT will be processed when I run the month end payroll. Okay, for example, right now I already key in, like for example, just assume that you already key in all your OT, your allowance, everything at the pending payroll here. Then at the month, at the end of month, you want to run the payroll, you go to the payroll, new payroll. Okay. So you can see here got final frequency and all lah. Okay, we look at the final one. Okay, final which means you run the month end payroll. Okay, year, month. Okay, the main one. Okay, the process everything you just follow default one. Then you click the process. Okay, this will prompt out a message if you don't run the previous month payroll lah. Okay, then you just continue. Yes. Okay, then you can see here is all the basic you run. Okay, I can double click to see the info. Okay, for example, this employee just they got key in the OT here. Okay, you can see here the OT for him. Okay, system already calculate out the pay rate. Okay, based on the setting, the wages allowance all based on the setting we do at the maintain employee day. Maintain employee day lah. Okay, so you can double click on this to have a look on the basic. I can double check see if everything is okay. If it is fine, then you can maybe pay for them or print any report. Okay, print the basic. Okay, finally here you can print the payslip. Okay, you apply. Okay, here got one preview button. Okay, inside preview button you can see here got few basic format. Okay, default we got few basic format. You can go through one by one. Okay, I just show you one, the simple one. Okay, then this is the basic format. After you build the basic format, if everything is okay, you can click. You can here got one export. You can export to the PDF. Okay, so you export to PDF, save out on your PC. Okay, you can share it out to your staff. Okay, maybe you want to print out to share to them. You want to export the PDF, WhatsApp to them, or email to them. Okay, depends on you. Okay, you can export out to the PDF file. So beside here, you can see here got like print, EPS, social, EIS, HRDF, everything, right? Okay, you can try to click this print EPS Boran A. Okay, after you click the print EPS, you can on this thing. Okay, this is each employee. Okay, the employee post the amount that okay the employee and the employee need to contribute lah. Okay, so if make sure everything is okay. Okay, you check the amount is okay. Here you can click a save to file. Okay, after save to file, you can select the format. Okay, this format is just like what I said just now is the text file. Okay, each each portal got their own format. Okay, each bank got their own format. KWSB also have their own format. Okay, so you can check whether what submission where you do the submission for this event. Let's say if you do the submission through KWSB, then you select KWSB, you okay. Okay, and here you can save the file. Okay, and you just save it. So after you save the file, you will get a text file. Okay, this is the text file you will get. Okay, inside the text file, we'll have the employee information, the amount you need to pay, everything. Okay, you just upload this text file you export from Extra Payroll, upload at the KWSP website. Okay, if the text file is everything run smoothly, everything okay, ready. Okay, then it will ask you to continue to make the payment. Okay, so which means you just export all your stuff list and the amount you need to pay for the EPF for to a text file. Okay, you got 100 stuff, you export one. You just export a text file for 100 stuff list. Okay, and you just upload to the website and you just proceed to the payment. Okay, you don't need to key one by one, key the amount one by one. Okay, so it's quite convenient. Okay, same with the print social EIS and contribution. Okay, save the file. Okay, go to the application website and submit. And yeah, most of it is like just as part of the text file and also some report only. Okay, maybe you can go through one by one. First, you run the payroll lah. Okay, for example, you want to see a summary, print payroll summary here. Okay, you can see each employee. Okay, this one, the salary, the deduction already. Okay, so outside of here, you can go to payroll. Okay, payroll here, you can see here print payrolls, print basic payroll summary, everything. Okay, you also can find the report here. Okay. Okay, so this is how we run the month-end payroll. Okay, first thing we can go to open penny payroll to make sure we already key in all our OT allowance. Okay, before we run the payroll. So key in everything and everything is correct. Then we go to proceed to new payroll there to run the month-end payroll. Okay. Okay. One more thing. Okay, let's say after you run the payroll, okay, if you want to delete, you still can delete. Okay, you can right click, delete. You can key in the admin password to delete the payroll. Okay, maybe you want to edit something else, you delete it, you go to edit and you run again. Okay, so now we continue to payroll, new payroll. Okay, at payroll, new payroll, you can see here also got one called ad hoc. Okay, ad hoc. What is ad hoc? Ad hoc, which means you want to run the basic before the month end. Okay, mostly it's used for like the bonus. Okay, normally bonus we provide at the you want to separate with the basic, then you can use this ad hoc to do it. Uh, the another one is like the most maybe most company will face is the advance advance pay salary. Okay, which means some employee they want to take the advance salary first. Okay, maybe their salary is 2,000, they want to take the advance for 500 ringgit first. Okay, so in this case, you can use the ad hoc to do it. For example, right now I go to payroll, open pending payroll. Okay, under open pending payroll, you can see here got one called advance pay. Okay, which means the employee want to borrow out their salary first. Okay, then you go to double click the advance pay. Okay, at here, you can key in how many amount you want to get first. Okay. Plus, okay, the translate, the posting. Okay. This employee, okay, maybe right now he want to get an advance paid for 1,000 ringgit. Okay. Then I save it. Maybe this is the reason why. Okay. The reason why. Okay. You can key in here. Okay. And you save it. Then at here, at the pending payroll here, we can right click to refresh. See, okay. You can see after I key in at the advanced pay, it will automatically come out with an advanced deduct. Okay. Because this is an advanced pay, which means if I got take this advanced, then of course I need to deduct at my month and two, right? Okay. That's why it will automatically come up with this advanced deduct. Okay, so this advanced deduct, okay, cannot edit the amount or you cannot edit the amount everything at here. Okay, because this amount is follow the advanced paid one. Okay, so make sure you keep the correct and the advanced paid there. Okay, so what we can do here is to change the postage. Okay, what is the postage? Okay, let's say for example this month May, right? This employee want to take an advance 1,000 ringgit, but he want to deduct this 1,000 ringgit at June payroll, June basic, which means you don't want to deduct at the May basic. In this case, you can change the postage to June. Okay, maybe the end of the June. Okay, we will deduct this amount follow your postage. If you postage you put May, then this amount will deduct at the May payslip. If you postage you put June, then this amount will deduct at the June payslip. Okay, the transaction you can just follow the maybe the day he take this advance lah. Okay, just for your reference. Okay, after everything okay, then just save it. Okay, after I save it right now, I go back to this ad hoc process. Okay, ad hoc process. Okay, the process that I follow maybe today. Okay, process from the 1st of the May and to the process date. Okay, here you need to select to the process date or maybe you can the day before the month end lah. Okay, then this is the contribution like EPF, the balance sheet or everything lah. Okay, if you want to calculate the EPF at the ad hoc, you just leave it blank. Okay, Actually, this also everything you can also click it also. Okay. Let's say if this advance pay no need to contribute, it still will not calculate out the so normally we just tick it all as well. Okay. EPM is select closing. Okay. Then the process here we can select the second one, monthly fee allowance or the pending payroll. Okay, you tick. Okay. So this one is only for the fixed transaction. So here you can put a 0%. Okay. We ignore the fixed transaction. Okay. We come to the pending transaction. The pending transaction, what you want to run right now and the ad hoc here. Okay. Right now you want to run the advance pay only. Then you just tick advance pay. Then you click OK. And after everything OK, then we just process it. Okay. Then you can see here only become a one employee because I only key in one staff at the advance paid day. So you're going to cut out one employee. Okay. Double click and you can see here if I have a bit 1000 only. Okay. So right now I did run the advance paid, which means we still got the deduction, right? The deduction, the percentage just now I put is at the June basic. Okay. Which means right now if I run the May month end process it, okay, you will see for this employee, it will not deduct the 1000 ringgit. Okay, no deduct at this by May basic. Okay, but right now, if I go to payroll, new payroll, I process the June basic. Okay, process it. Sorry, one more thing. Wait, because we got set the resign date at the end of the May, so that's why when I run the June basic, it will not come out this employee basic. Okay, right now I remove the resign date. Okay, go to payroll, open payroll. I refresh first. This is May. Okay, we can go in here. This one I will delete first, the June payroll. Okay, right now after I delete, I rerun again the June payslip. Okay, I process, double click this employee, and you can see there is one deduction, 1000 ringgit, where I take the advance at the May there. Okay, so which means the percent is the day, the month you want to deduct. Okay. Okay. So far, I think that's all is for the SQL payroll software lah. Okay. Which means first we do the company profile. We do the setting. We do the set up the setting first. Next, we go to human resources, maintain employee to create all the employee, key all the detail, all the list. Okay. Then this already show how we go to create a leave type. Okay. How to do the leave attendance policy, how to uh assign the leave entitlement, how many days they can take in this year, okay, how to do the leave entitlement, how to do the leave application, okay. We also know how to key OT, the allowance, everything, okay, how to run a payroll, how to run uh how to do if we got the advance pay, okay, everything already show, okay. So maybe what I can show you right now is the report, okay. Just now I got show you like the print basic payroll summary report, right? Other than this report, actually, you can go to statutory monthly. Okay, monthly report is like the EPS, so everything here. Okay, you also can get the report here. Okay, and here you can see here got one statutory report yearly. Okay, which means it's like the EF form, the form ECPAD, everything lah. Okay, for example, you can go to this EA form. Okay, this 2025 you apply. Okay, it will come out all the information of the employee. Okay, and here you can preview. Okay, you can select the report. Okay, what year year form, okay, the English PM report, okay, for example, English report, okay, then you can see here is the EA form, okay, we automatically capture all the employee name, again, the amount, okay, everything already prepared, okay, so you see here got one employee, which means we need to key in at the file company profile there lah, okay, and the office here, everything, okay, this is the EA form. Okay, one more thing I can show you. So, example, let's say some company they say you want to include some amount in the EF form. Okay, For example, this commission I don't key in at the payroll system, but I want to include in the EA form. So what I can do here is you can see inside here after you apply here got one customer EA form. Okay, here got one customer EA form. You can click this customer EA form. Okay, I can select which employee EA form I want to customize. Okay, for example, this employee 001. Okay, I select then I customize. Okay, so after I customize, just now I said I want to include a amount and the commission or bonus here. So, so I can include the amount here. Maybe if you want 5,000 again, then I save it. Okay. After I save it, I close it. Okay. Right now I apply again the EFR. You can see this employee is yellow highlighted. There is one column is 5,000 again where I key in just now. Right now, if I go to preview the EA form, okay, for this employee, you can see right now it will include this 5,000 again in this A form, which means this 5,000 I don't run, actually I don't run this commission or bonus, everything in my payroll system, but I still can customize out the EF form to show up, to let this amount to show up in the EF form here. Okay. So let's say if you, maybe you got, you want, really want to include anything in the EF form, you can use the customize EF form features, right? Okay. Mm, here got, okay. And the payroll here got one ad hoc report. Okay, inside I know we got more additional report lah, like the CP22 form everything. Okay, so let's say if you're looking for any report, you can come to find at here. Okay, so one more thing I can show you is like maintain employee here. Just now maintain employee. And after maybe after I create this employee, I can double click. Here is your one preview. Okay, this is preview. This is print. Okay, with the print we can export to PDF or everything. Okay, when I click on this preview. And here you can see, actually in SQL Payroll, we got few like some preset like letter or writing some report from form here. Okay, maybe if any form you want to find, you can find it here. Okay, like the appointment report, okay, the increment report, confirmation report, everything you can try to have a look at here. Okay, this is already preset in our system. Okay, let's say if you got your own policy you want to follow, you want us to follow yours one, you can provide your maybe your form or report to us. You say you want to amend with this version, then you let us know. We will amend for you. Okay. Normally, this or everything can be amendment. Okay. Then below this form, actually you can see. Let's say if you want to get like the TP1, TP2, TP3 form, you can get from here too. Okay. If you come to preview, okay, you select the TP, maybe the TP form 2024. Okay. Then we will generate the form for you. Okay. So one more thing at the view here, okay, actually at the view here, you can see here got view PCB, EPS also table, okay. Let's say you want to, maybe after you run your basic, okay, you want to check whether the rate is correct or not, okay, you can click here view EPS table, okay. This table is follow the KWSP one, lah, okay. So the rate, okay, the amount you contribute, everything already set by here, okay. So let's say if you got any special rate you key in yourself like 90%, then you key in 90% here. Okay, you can see the amount is changed accordingly. Okay, so you can use this to check. Okay, you can view the table here to check the amount everything. Okay, um, so far I think that's all for the SQL Payroll software lah. Okay, so I think that's all. So far need to check whether you guys got any question need to ask. Okay. So this one I just still need you guys to try to use first to key in all the information first. Okay. So let's say if you are the first time to use this payroll system, okay, you need to familiar first lah. You need to key in all the, you need to prepare all the information to create your customer list first, everything first. Okay. Only come when you run the payroll, if got any issue, you found the amount if seem like incorrect or everything, then you can contact our support, okay, to do the checking for you. Okay. So I think that's all for the SQL Payroll software training. So Is there any question need to ask? So right now we still have time. Maybe I can answer your questions. So if let's say if don't have any question, then I will end this meeting right now. Okay. Can I know is it every company need to install the SQL Payroll? Not really. Okay. Actually, this one is really depends on you whether the company you want to use the payroll system. If your company want to use the payroll, then they only you install the SQL Payroll. Maybe apply for the license and use the payroll system. To check the HRMS attend. How to? Which means you got use the HRMS app, is it? Let's say if you got use the HMS application, which means when you use the your staff use the application to clock in and clock out, you can go to cloud here. Okay, cloud here got one sync cloud. Okay, then you will sync all. Okay, after you sync all, you can go to the time attendance here. Here will show up all the list. Okay, all the record. Then you can update to your payroll. This payroll can link to SQL accounting software. Yeah, actually, it can link to the SQL accounting software, which means uh, in the SQL payroll, we just like mapping some account code. Okay, maybe I would like the salary to which account code at the SQL accounting software there. Then we will generate like a JV or something like a JV or anything to the SQL accounting software. Which means we can post like the salary amount, the EPF amount, everything to the SQL accounting software go. So you no need to go to manually key in yourself. So is there any question else? Okay, so if there is no any questions, then I will end the meeting right now. And if let's say in future when the time you do, if you got any question, okay, for OT, what you want to know more about the OT? OT request forms. So far for OT don't have any request form lah. Okay, Baka. So is there any question else? So if no question, then I will end the meeting right now. Lah. Okay. So let's say in future you got any question, then you just feel free to reach to our support. Okay. If you want. Yeah, thank you. Welcome. Okay, so thank you all for joining this training. So I think I'll end the meeting right now. I will end the training right now. Lah. So thank you for all you guys to joining this training. Then in future, let's say really you after you use this software and you got any question, okay, you need to our help to do any checking, just feel free to reach to our support. Okay, we will assist you to do the checking everything. Okay, we will answer all your queries. So I will end the meeting right now. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.